Bishop State presents fifth quarter. Here's Simone Eli and Gerhard Mathangani.
All right, here we go. It's nearly the midway point of the high school football season, and week 5 brings us a little bit of everything. You've got your rivalries, you've got your blockbuster region matchups, and some big-time upsets that are sure to make an impact on the playoff picture come November. Welcome into the fifth quarter. I'm Simone Eli alongside Gerhard Mathangani, and what a night of high school football. Do we have some impressive highlights, some surprising scores, just a little bit of everything in week 5.
Every classification all the way down the board, 1A to 7A, bringing us lots of surprises and big matchups.
Yes, a huge matchup in our game of the week. 4A Region 1 took you to Jackson.
That's exactly right. Jackson, the Aggies hosting 9th-ranked Bayside Academy tonight. Jackson offense averaging 41 points per game, and you'll find out why early. Quarterback Landon Duckworth hits Keanon Red Chapman. He breaks through the Admiral defense somehow, some way, even through the shirt pull, turns on the afterburners, he's gone. Jackson on the board first and never looked back. Aggie fans certainly loving it, up 7-0. Later, more from Jackson. This time Xavier Crowell on the carry. Great blocking. Powers his way into the end zone for the touchdown. It is 14-0 Aggies. Coach Cody Flournoy really loved the execution early on. This one was all Jackson in the first half. Crowell again back to the end zone. This time a lot easier. Aggies up 20-0, and the Aggies go on to win by a final score of 35-0.
Wow, Jackson dominating this season already. All right, to West Mobile we go now. A huge battle in 7A Region 1 as 9th-ranked Baker is hosting DAPHNE tonight. Hornets open the game with an impressive drive. Rod Taylor takes the handoff up the left side. He goes and is eventually pushed out of bounds for a huge gain. That would lead to a Josh Flowers touchdown. You'll see it here. 6 inches, a cloud of smoke, and Baker takes a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Later, Flowers looking to go to the air. He's going to be picked off by Trojans. Edric Williams, a great defensive play at the goal line there to save the touchdown, but the Baker defense would return the favor. Check it out here. Hornets, Dylan Hudson flies into the backfield to sack DAPHNE quarterback. The newcomer, Jamar Malone, says, "Welcome to Alabama." Baker fired up as we enter the second quarter. Hornets driving here. Flowers on the keeper. The Mississippi State commit breaks loose. He's up the field for the huge gain. Eventually pushed out of bounds. Baker added to their lead to make it 17-0, and the Hornets get the big win at home, 33-20 over DAPHNE.
Great highlights there. Next up, over to 5A, VIGOR hosting UMS-WRIGHT tonight. And I'll tell you what, this VIGOR team has been sensational all year long. However, the struggles are early on the fumble here, recovered by UMS Kaplan Red. Then a little bit later on, it is quarterback Joe Lott. This long pass is intercepted by a pair of VIGOR defenders. Coach will have a hard time giving credit to where this was going. Both guys into the end zone for the touchdown. You gotta love the highlights there. That saves the touchdown just like we had in their previous game a little bit later on. This time they do get some major yards there. Jerry and Graham to Carlos Benjamin, and then they cap it off with the touchdown. Benjamin, green pants, gets into the end zone. VIGOR leads it 18-9 at that point. VIGOR goes on to win it by a final score of 31-9.
What a monumental win for the VIGOR Wolves. All right, a big one tonight between 8th-ranked Theodore and Spanish 4 in 6A, a crucial region game when it comes to what the playoff standings will look like down the road. It's a defensive battle tonight. Bobcats Cameron Ridley here on the keeper is going to eventually be brought down by a couple of Toros defenders. Later, Spanish 4 trying to get something going offensively. Aiden Schamberger's pass is going to be picked off by Braylon Robinson. And talk about some defense. This game went down to the wire in South Mobile County, and it's going to be Spanish 4 getting the close victory over Theodore 8-3. What a bounce back win for the Toros.
Absolutely. You mentioned at the top about big rivalries. This is a big one. Battle for the Cannon. McGill-TOOLEN hosting Murphy. Yellow Jackets riding an 8-game winning streak over their rivals. And McGill strikes first. Albert Haywood takes a direct snap, finds pay dirt after a meticulous drive, 7-0 Yellow Jackets. A little bit later on, it is LaDarian Miller for McGill-TOOLEN, runs it right up the gut for a touchdown. Just like that, a 14-0 lead for McGill-TOOLEN. Later on, it is Andrew Marchand rolls right and a dart to Tylen Stanton. He makes one man miss and almost takes out our photojournalist Arnell Hamilton.
Hanging in there!
But everybody's okay. Arnell, the Yellow Jackets, and everyone else. Haywood would go on to finish this drive. At this point, it is 21-0. And obviously when McGill wins, they paint the cannon. They had to do it a little bit differently at the baseball diamond today. Great stuff today post-game. Yellow Jackets get the win by a final score 42-0.
That orange paint ain't coming out anytime soon. To Fairhope we go. Pirates hosting Davidson tonight. 7A Region 1 battle. The Warriors threatening here. Take a look. The handoff going to go to Anthony Rabb. Around the outside he goes and in for the touchdown as Davidson takes a 7-0 lead on the road in the first half. In the second quarter, handoff to Derek Butler. We say his name every single Friday night, unless they're playing on Thursdays. We say it then. He finds a huge hole, 35 yards, goes untouched in for the touchdown as the Warriors are dominating the ground game to make it 13-3. Later, Butler again, the Coastal Carolina commit, finds pay dirt to extend the lead. And how about this? The Warriors get a huge win over Fairhope, 42-10. A great program victory for head coach Rick Hawley and company.
Great stuff there. Next up, let's go over to Blount hosting Baldwin County. It is homecoming night for the Leopards, but the early momentum going the way of the Tigers. Quarterback Preston Kuiper hits Ty Quinton Mims on that carry, keep the chains moving after a 12-yard gain. They finish the drive later on. Jamarian Marshall on the touchdown run and a 7-0 lead for Baldwin County. But Blount responds. Jerome Williams, a touchdown run here. Extra point good. We are all knotted up at 7. However, too much Baldwin County in this one. The Kuiper to Mims connection is good again, this time for the touchdown. And the Tigers go on to win it by a final score of 20-13.
They've been close to a win for 2 weeks. They finally get it good for Baldwin County. SARALAND hosting ROBERTSDALE tonight. The Spartans choir taking center stage to sing the national anthem. Love that. First quarter action, KJ Lacey in the gun, goes to his right, finds Myron Dunklin. Watch this, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts to try to bring him down. Yes, I counted Dunklin into the end zone as SARALAND takes a 7-0 lead. Still in the first, the Texas commit Lacey connects with C.D. Gill. The middle of the field stops on a dime to shake off the defender. He's in for the score, makes it 24-0 in the first quarter. Spartans get the shutout victory over ROBERTSDALE, 66-0.
A lot of scoring there, a lot of scoring in this one as well. Gulf Shores on the road, the number 2 team in 5A at LeFlore. And this one, a great start for Gulf Shores early. It's Colin Watson on the carry right up the middle for the Dolphins touchdown, up 7-0. Then a little bit later on is Justin Harris. He keeps it. It's a 39-yard touchdown run there, a 14-0 lead for the Dolphins. Into the second quarter, nothing really going for the Rattlers. Ronnie Royal gets into the end zone for a touchdown, 21-0 at that point. Gulf Shores wins it big. They look very impressive all year long. 44-0, your final score tonight from LeFlore.
Needless to say, week 5 of the season and region play starting to take shape as we look forward to see who is going to take control. Some big upset wins tonight, Gerhard.
Every play matters, and we captured a lot of them. We have our plays of the week, more scores, more highlights next on the 5th quarter.